These are all construction workers, both skilled and unskilled, who come from all over the country. There are people, some of who come from the northern part of the country, and some from the eastern part, and many from present day Pakistan. It is a mixed bag of people, and they are all working from the year 1913 to 1931, making the colonial capital. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, the remarkable fraternity of Indian contractors who had modest means, little education, and more specifically, no acquaintance with construction, supplied these Indian laborers who migrated to the capital with the hope of a livelihood. In the busiest years, over 2,500 masons sat on their haunches in the Indian fashion, dressing and carving stone and marble, while 13 horizontal saws, 4 diamond saws, 12 planners, and 7 lathes worked around the clock in a stone yard reputed to be the world's largest. These Indian laborers were not identified by their names. They are differentiated according to their particular occupational caste. The Bagris and Bandanis travel miles from Rajasthan and Punjab for laying 700 million bricks sourced from 22 brick kilns under the government for just the central vista. At the peak of construction, there were around 29,000 Bagris and Bandanis, known as construction workers or coolies as they were called. There are people from the occupational caste of stonecutters known as the Sangtarish community. These community people from the Patarkhat caste and Kanjar tribe travel from various parts of the country like Lucknow and Bihar to the capital region to continue their traditional occupation of stone cutting. These stonecutters, about 3,500, alone used to work in the then world's biggest stone yard and produced 3 million cubic feet of dressed stone at a rate of 2,500 cubic feet per day, but hardly appear in the records that exist. The Chinese community who travel from various parts like Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Chandigarh, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan are traditionally gardeners or florists who worked in the gardens of the capital Delhi. The descendants from these caste groups that come under the Mali group or the Rajput Malis are still working as gardeners in the Rashtrapati Bhavan garden. Then the Chamar and the Khadik community people, whose traditional occupation is weaving, tanning, and leather crafts. They are mainly from Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, and Punjab. They worked in the furniture shops where the furniture for many important buildings like the Viceroy's house has been made. It has been seen that they have displaced the expert Chinese craftsmen who had held prominent in the more skilled trades. Many of these communities of Indian labor had their forebears that built the capital for Akbar and Shah Jahan. For example, the Santarish community from Agra, Mirzapur, and Bharatpur is the actual descendants of those who built the Mughal monuments. In all the records, they are or have been disappearing with the march of time. In one of the photographs of the stone yard, which is claimed to be the world's largest, there seems to be a disappearing act with no stone cutters, no Santarish community people who have their forefathers who built Mughal monuments, literally being glossed over from the history of the making of the capital, where the murmurs of the soul have never ceased by day nor by night for nearly 2 decades of the construction period.